Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we are breaking down a really powerful framework from entrepreneur Greg Isenberg. We're talking about how you could build a million-dollar business using AI, starting right now. He lays out 3 totally distinct paths, complete with the tools and strategies you need to actually get started.
So, the big question right off the bat is, can you really follow a blueprint to $1 million with AI? Well, according to Greg, the answer is a huge yes. And look, it's not some kind of magic trick. It's about having the right framework in a world where businesses are just being built in completely new ways.
And that's exactly what we're going to break down. We're going to walk through the 3 specific, super actionable blueprints he's laid out. By the end of this, you're going to have a really clear idea of how you could approach building your own AI-powered company.
So our first blueprint is all about the niche idea. And the whole philosophy here is simple, but it's so powerful. Don't just jump in and start coding something that seems cool. The real goal is in finding a data-driven idea first and proving that people actually want it before you spend a single dime on development. The secret weapon for this blueprint is a tool Greg co-founded called Idea Browser. So what it does is it scrapes real conversations from places you and I hang out, like Reddit and Facebook groups. It's literally looking for what people are complaining about, which, turns out, is a fantastic way to find these underserved niches and real-world problems.
And here is a perfect, if slightly strange, example of what this thing uncovers. Now, it might sound a little grim, but think about it. Cemetery management software. The tool found that tons of small cemeteries are still using hand-drawn maps and paper records. I mean, this is the definition of a niche, unsexy problem that is just begging for a tech solution.
Now, you might be thinking, why on earth would I want to build a grim business? Well, Greg's insight here is gold. These boring, overlooked ideas are often where the real money is hiding. And the reason's pretty simple. There's way less competition. While everyone else is off chasing the next flashy trend, you could be quietly dominating a super profitable niche.
So this whole process is really like the new and improved version of the lean startup method. First, you find that idea based on actual data. Next, you can actually use AI to generate a go-to-market strategy. Then, and this is the crucial part, you validate it with a simple landing page before you even dream of building the actual product, the MVP. It's the total opposite of what Greg calls reckless vibe coding. You know the type, that impulse to just start building something cool without having a clue if anyone will actually pay for it. The new way is all about measure twice, cut once. You research first, you test your assumptions, and only then do you commit your time and money to building.
All right, on to blueprint number 2, the platform play. Now, this strategy isn't about starting from scratch at all. It's about tapping into the absolutely insane scale and momentum of the single fastest-growing platform in human history, ChatGPT.
And when we say scale, we really, really mean it. We're talking about 800 million weekly active users on ChatGPT. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is an almost unimaginably huge built-in audience that you can get in front of by building an app directly on their platform.
Of course, there are definitely some trade-offs here. On the one hand, the upside is massive. Instant access to a huge user base that's actively looking for answers with not a lot of competition yet. But on the other hand, and this is a big one, you're playing in someone else's sandbox. You need OpenAI's approval, you have way less control, and you're at risk if they decide to change the rules or their feeds tomorrow.
The name of the game here is to become the go-to app for a specific, really high-value request. Think of it like the Wild West of SEO back in the day. If your app becomes the one that ChatGPT just defaults to whenever a user types, "Help me get a mortgage," you could build a billion-dollar business, not just a million-dollar one. Okay, let's get to our third and final blueprint, the audience-first model. And this one completely flips the traditional script on its head. Instead of starting with a product and then desperately looking for customers, you start by grabbing attention, building a massive audience, and then you create a product just for them. Greg calls this the ACP funnel, and it's pretty straightforward, right? Audience, community, product. First step, use these incredible new AI video tools to create viral content that gets you a huge following. From there, you turn those followers into a real community, and only then, once they trust you, do you introduce a product that's perfectly tailored to their needs. And the potential to build an audience this way is just wild. Somebody posted a simple AI-generated video of squirrels on a trampoline made with Sora. A single video. It got 7 million views and brought in hundreds of thousands of followers. In today's world, that kind of attention is an incredibly valuable asset.
And the best part is, Creating this kind of stuff is more doable than ever before. The process is pretty clear-cut. You use AI to write a script that makes people stop scrolling, create consistent characters with a tool like FreePick, generate video clips, and then just edit it all together. You're basically building a content machine first.
Okay, so let's recap. We've just explored 3 very different roads to a potential million-dollar AI business: the niche idea, the platform play, and the audience-first model. So now comes the most important question. Which one of these is actually right for you? Each one needs a totally different mindset and a different set of skills.
And this table just lays it all out so perfectly. Look, if you're a planner, you love data, you love strategy, the niche idea is probably your jam. If you're a developer or an early adopter who's willing to take a high-risk, high-reward bet, then the platform play is for you. And if you're a natural creator, a marketer, a storyteller, well, the audience-first model is practically made for you. At the end of the day, all 3 of these paths are legit. They can all work. So the real question isn't which blueprint is the best. No, the question is, which one is the best fit for you? Thinking about your own skills, your passions, which of these million-dollar blueprints are you going to start exploring first?